All right. Welcome everyone to today's midweek break session. Today's topic is going to be levels of awareness, dancing between victim and the God zone. You are in for a treat today. You're in for a treat. My intention for this workshop is for you to have a break midweek for yourself. Each time I do these sessions, I want to share another exercise, another practice for you to check in with yourself, to arrive in your body, and to support your nervous system in regulating itself. So today we're going to do a beautiful breathing exercise that is actually a beautiful metaphor as well to for us to open up our awareness. So this will be the experience piece, but then I obviously also want to give some food for the mind for you. So there we go through the content of my last newsletter article that I released last week. So if you haven't watched that or read that, I highly recommend you also take some time to read through that in your own time, as this place here is, yeah, maybe not necessarily a deep dive. But that being said, my doors are always open. You can always check in with me. You can always message me and set up a call so that we can connect to one another and we can dive deeper into these topics. So without further ado, my name is Fabienne. I am a transformational heart and mindset coach, helping ambitious women with ADHD primarily create lives of ease, peace, and personal power. Because let's be honest, life is too precious for endless overthinking and undervaluing ourselves. And yet, the overthinking happens and the undervaluing happens, but learning how to dance with this and change the relationship to these experiences can have a tremendous effect on how you experience life and how life experiences you. I guide women to reconnect to themselves and their boldest visions, to ditch the noise, reclaim their power with the right mindset shifts, heart set tune up, practical tools, and also help facilitate deep understanding of life mechanics and relationships with the outside world, but definitely primarily with the inside with ourselves. Together, we make ADHD less of a burden and more of a secret love affair. My intention, I shared that already. I want you to have a moment today of just arriving, relaxing, resetting, and hopefully get a little bit food for thought for you to expand your horizon so that you can then also start becoming aware of different things in different ways. Last week we looked at how to flip the drama. We looked at the empowerment dynamic and the drama triangle, remember? So if you haven't seen that, please make sure you go and check out that video as well, that workshop. That was another way of looking at things differently. And now I'm just giving you different tools and frameworks and practices for you to see what sticks, what lands, what works for you. So today we are looking at the levels of awareness. And most of you, most likely, have heard of the core stages already. There's the victim stage, the hustler stage, the dancer, and the goddess. Maybe you've heard them with different terms, different terminologies. That's just the terminology that I like to play with. Also, a little disclaimer, this is not out of any book. This is not out of anybody else's spiritual downloads or anything. This is my experience. This is my current understanding of how things are from personal experience and from what I read and hear and experience. And so take this with a grain of salt, spoon of sugar, whatever. Use this as a platform for you to start making up your own conclusions and see whether what I'm sharing really lands and feels resonant to you or whether it feels somewhat off. And then I highly invite you to go deeper and do your own research and find out what makes more sense for you. And obviously, more than open for creative feedback as well. If there is anything that you really just feel I got completely wrong. So, the core stages, we just covered them. The main stages, just gonna skim through them real quick. The victim is divided into two sub stages, into levels. The first one is zero. Level zero is the unconscious victim. The unconscious victim, and we're gonna get deeper into this, is the one that's asleep, is completely ignorant to there being any different reality than the one that they're experiencing right now. Then there's the conscious victim. The conscious victim is the one that's starting to awake, the one that is aware of it being a victim. Then the hustler, the doer, there we have also two levels. Level 2 and 3, the self-empowerment and the personal growth level, where life happens by me as I'm doing things, or life happens for me, from more from that trusting heart space. Then we have the dancer that likes to flow and dance with life. In this level, we have the personal unfolding, the understanding that life happens through me. It's a slight difference to by me, which is not easy to be explained. But so that again is why I'm saying just take this, soak it up, and see what lands, see what resonates. And what doesn't resonate might just not be for you right now at this stage, but maybe later. Then the dancer, between the dancer and the goddess, we have the big picture awareness. This realization and connection that life happens as me. And then the goddess is the God zone, the bliss zone, where we become one with everything and life simply just happens. And there the cycle kind of closes again, where we don't necessarily become a victim again, but we just learn, okay, life is just life and it does its thing. So that just as a quick little overview into what we're going to dive into. I did want to get through this real quick. So yes, so the victim stage, life happens to me. The hustle stage, where life happens by me or for me, like that's the doing, the active creation of our life. Then the flow stage is more where we start into going into surrendering, into trusting, into flowing, dancing with whatever comes. So life happens through me in this stage. And then stage 4, the God zone, is where life happens as me. That one, I'm not going to claim that I do know a lot about this experience whatsoever. I just want to throw that in there. That's the guru zone, right? Maybe we can call it also the guru zone. Everybody embarks on a journey through these stages. And it's not always just a linear journey through these stages. So it's not that you start at level 1 and then you move to 2, and once you're at 2, you'll never go back to 1, or once you're at 3, you'll never go back to 2 or 1. It's a constant dance between them. Some of us are moving more swiftly, others linger in certain phases for years, sometimes even lifetimes. And some s- and yes, some starting at stage one and when they enter this body, and others enter into a body and start at stage two, three, or even four. That's when we experience young children that feel like they are old souls. They have so much knowledge and wisdom inside of them that is almost hard to grasp for an adult at maybe a stage two or even one. How this little child can have such deep awareness and wisdom. It's because we're all coming into these bodies in different stages. The real magic really unfolds when we begin to recognize where we are and where we're going without there needing to be any rush to get there. And also with an openness to dance between the different stages and the different levels. That's really where the beauty and the magic happens. So now I want us to have a little experience. And I invite you to take a moment to settle yourself on your chair. I like to sit cross-legged. A lot of people cannot sit cross-legged easily. So then you can just have your feet firmly on the ground, soles of the feet flat, and and shoulders relaxed. Maybe stretch yourself for a moment. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Allow your hands to land on your lap, on your thighs. And if you can sit upright easily, then please do that. If you wish to use your backrest to keep your spine upright, but still have be able to relax, then please feel free to do that too. Now, I invite you to take a moment to just breathe. Maybe close your eyes for a second. And observe your breath. And in a short moment, I'm gonna guide you through an exercise. I'm gonna guide you through a breathing exercise called Mahabrahma Mudra Pranayam. It's a breathing exercise that helps us see all sides of life, all dimensions, by using some movement, you'll see not too much, and using our breath to connect and to open up our awareness to deeper truth, really. So as you're landing here, maybe open your eyes for a moment. I invite you to make gentle fists. So the thumbs go inside the palm and the forefingers, or as many as you have, go above. And then I invite you to bring, I'm gonna stand up for this for a second. Bring the knuckles together and allow your hands to rest right in front of your solar plexus. So the hands rest here right in front of the solar plexus, and you should be able to let the weight of the arm bounce into each knuckle and then relaxing the arms without needing to hold them up. And then from here, we're gonna do a little exercise through breathing. So hold the hands like this. And then as you breathe in, you're gonna gently look up. And then as you breathe out, gently looking back to center. Breathing in to look over to the right side. Breathing out, back to center. Breathing in over to the left. Breathing out, back to center. Breathing in, looking down. Breathing out, back to center. So release your fingers one more time. Gentle fist, knuckles together, elbows out, relaxing your palms right in front of your solar plexus, your will center, your power center. And then close your eyes. And then let me guide you through a few cycles. If my rhythm doesn't suit your breathing pattern, please feel free to continue the sequence on your own rhythm. Now exhale fully all together. And then breathing in through the nose, looking gently up. Looking back to center as you breathe out through the nose. Slow and steady. Breathing in, looking over to the right side, slow and steady. Exhaling through the nose to bring the head back to center. Breathing in to the left. Breathing out, back to center, relaxing the shoulders. Breathe in, looking down, chin to chest. And exhale, look back up. And continue doing that a few more rounds. Breathing in, look up. Breathe out, back to center. Relax your arms. Breathing in to the right. Shoulders relax. Exhale to center. Breathing in to left. Breathing out, center, relaxing the abdomen and the shoulders and the forehead. Breathe in, look down. Breathe out, back to center. Do at least one more round in your own pace, in your own rhythm. As you start relaxing your breath more and more, making the movements soft and gentle, and bringing your inner gaze into all directions to see what is above, to see what's below, to see what's left, what's right, and between, what's forward, what's behind. Notice if your shoulders are tensing up as you do the breathing. Notice if your legs are tensing up. Observe what's going on. Do one more round. Equal breaths in and out through the nose. And allowing yourself to be fully present with your breath, connecting your breathing with an intentional motion of the body. Gently moving the neck also stimulates the vagus nerve, this nerve that is responsible for our nervous system regulation. whenever you're finished with your last round, relax your hands onto your lap, open the palms, but keep your eyes still closed for a little longer. And allow yourself to observe and notice the calm, maybe even a quietening of the mind. Maybe now that I made you aware of that, you start thinking again, but that's totally fine. We observe without judgment. And I want to invite you actually to stay here, to stay with your eyes closed as I am going to continue sharing the different levels. I think your experience would be best if you just stay here with your eyes closed. But if staying here with your eyes closed feels uncomfortable and you want to open again and come with me through the slides, that is totally fine as well. So if you have your eyes still closed, even if you have your eyes open, I want you to bring your awareness to the base of your spine, your root chakra, that is in yoga. And then visualize the color red. This is the level 0, the unconscious victim. This is where the ignorance is still very much prevailing, where you're fully asleep. You're really not aware of anything else than your very perceived reality right here, right now. The voice inside on this level sounds something like, why does this always happen to me? Life sucks. At this stage, we are entirely unaware of our soul's existence and different realities per se. We live inside stories that were handed down by family, society, and past experiences. We believe that life is something that happens to us and our circumstances define our identity. Here we say, or the experience really is that that's just how it is. That's just how life is. Now move your awareness a little bit higher to your navel area, your second chakra, your sacral chakra, and envision the color orange. This is your conscious victim state, the level where you first start waking up. The first wake-up call often occurs through a painful experience. It's also called a Kensho moment. There's a sense of personal power that starts emerging and a deeper purpose emerges. The soul whispers, but the ego still kind of resists. So we are still in a victim role, but yet we start to take action to start changing things. In the experience of this stage, of this level, is life happens to me, but I can do something about it. Now move your awareness higher up to the solar plexus, basically where we just had our palms before. That's our power center. This is level 2, the self-empowerment stage, the self-empowerment level, where we break old paradigms slowly by slowly. The voice here says something like, I don't have to live by their rules. I get to make my own. Here we start actively reprogramming our belief systems. We seek out coaches, courses, books, mentors, and transformational experiences to get new ideas of how a different reality could potentially look like. Momentum builds. And here, the experience is that life happens by me. I am in charge now. I decide. And you hear out of that the doer, the hustler, the one that starts to take action, the hero. Then we move up a level to the heart space. Envision that heart space in the color green. This is level 3, personal growth or personal conscious creation power. The voice here says, I am the author of my own story. At this stage, we fully take life into our own hands. We consciously design our reality, stepping into leadership roles, shifting careers, setting boundaries, and becoming the creator of our own experiences, and also learning to move from a place of love rather than fear. The experience of this stage is that life happens for me. I can make beautiful things from any trash and can grow from any hardship. Here we start understanding that whatever life brings to us is a gift, and we can create whatever we choose to, really. We can create beautiful things and we can create not so beautiful things, but it's all in our creation. Then we have level 4, the throat. So move up from your heart space to the throat and envision a color blue. A voice here in this personal unfolding stage, in this surrendering to the flow, sounds a little bit something like, who am I beyond all these stories, achievements and masks? There's a sense of curiosity that starts emerging from here. At this stage, personal growth expands beyond external successes. You start beginning to shift your focus from what you can do to who you truly are. There is a deep dive into authenticity, self-expression, and living in alignment with your own truth. The experience here is, life happens through me. My path is perfect, and I simply get to flow with it and have fun. We move up higher. Level 5, the third eye, seeing the bigger picture, consciousness awakening. The voice here would sound something like, I am not my thoughts, I am the awareness behind. This stage is marked by profound inner knowing. This is the Satori awakening, the awakening that doesn't occur through pain, but through a deep inner witnessing almost. You begin to see beyond personal stories, beyond the curtains of egos, limiting beliefs, gaining a broader perspective of life. The ego loses its grip, and a deeper connection to intuition and universal intelligence emerges. This is the second and final awakening, where we see that all of reality is interconnected. Ego fades, and a deep knowing of truth emerges. The experience here is, life happens as me. I am life itself, God experiencing itself. And then the last stage for this presentation, there's even more layers that can go. But for our current understanding, I guess we go far enough by going to the God zone. So level 6 is just at your crown. is your crown chakra. That's where union consciousness occurs. The voice here says, I am that I am. This is the space of total union, the non-dual awareness that there is no separation between you and source, between you and anything else, between you and the people around you, the animals around you, the tables, the objects, everything around you. Everything is just one. And this is beyond words, really. So if you don't fully grasp that, that's totally fine. It's just how Alan Watts would say it. The experience here is that life is, I am, Satnam, or simply, as I just said. So take a moment to reflect and observe where you had the biggest connection. What levels do you currently dance between? And I'm saying, where do you, and not what level you're currently at, but what levels do you currently dance between? Because it is a constant dance. Some might call it a tug of war, but I prefer to call it a dance because that's really what it is. We don't have to see life as a battle. We get to see life as a dance. I mean, you get to see it as a battle as well. It's all of our choices, right? I personally prefer to move towards seeing it as a dance because the experience is just much more pleasant, even in the unpleasantness. So yeah, so this is not about getting to level 7 as fast as possible here, guys. It's about becoming so fully aware of where you are at and what else is out there to experience. It's about experiencing fully and unconsciously that which is happening and manifesting in your reality, and then play with it to your amusement, right? So enjoy this journey. If you have your eyes still closed, I invite you to slowly come back to this space. Opening your eyes gently, maybe stretching yourself open, even if you had your eyes open, to stretch yourself for a moment. Make yourself big. Roll your shoulders a few times. And come back to this overview picture here. And I would love for you to write in the comments what level you currently feel you're at. What stage is the one that you experience the most at the moment? And what is a level or a stage that you maybe weren't so aware of and that you would love to explore? And that doesn't only have to be levels that are higher up, they can also be lower. And we just simply get to play, experience, explore, be your own scientist of your own life, and take responsibility for that. And obviously, if you watched all this presentation and you're still here, I have a little gift for you. I have a QR code here for you where you can book a 45 to 60-minute clarity call with me, where I will help you assess where you currently stand in life and what the best next place to focus on is. Maybe also in terms of these awarenesses, of these levels, help you find out where you currently are, why you are there, and support you in how to get to explore and experience another level potentially as well. If you book a 45-minute call with me, then you'll also get the free access to my full Fabulous Living course, which is an 8-module course that teaches, guides you, and coaches you through acquiring the 7 most important life skills that we need in order to live a joyful, easeful, and self-empowered life. I hope that you were able to take a little bit something out of this workshop. I hope that you feel grounded. I hope that you feel inspired. And I hope that you feel activated to start moving forward in a more danceful manner. Take care. Thank you so, so much for your time. I can't wait to meet you on one of the calls. Make sure you book it because I currently do not have many spots left open. So get them. If by any chance you really, really want a call and you can't find a date or time that suits you, feel free to reach out to me as well. I have private spots that are still free that I am more than happy to free up as well for you, but those are just not randomly bookable. So that being said, thank you so, so much one more time for taking your time to grow yourself, to improve yourself so that the experience, not only for you, but for the people around you, elevates and changes. Have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, morning, wherever you're at.